It's such a waste a tiny tear like this can render the entire water supply hose useless. But instead of discarding the whole thing today, I'm going to repair the damaged section so the hose can be used again. No professional skills required. No fancy tools needed. Sounds simple, right? Pay close attention though. There are steps that might seem insignificant, but actually determine the seal durability and pressure resistance of the repaired connection. First, I will cut off the entire damaged section of the hose. You can see that this water supply hose is not made of just one layer. On the outside is the stainless steel mesh layer that helps protect it and handle pressure. On the inside is the rubber tube that actually carries the water. Now move on to the connector. Inside the threaded connector, there is a small rubber gasket. I will use a screwdriver to take it out first. This detail is very easy to forget, but it is extremely important. Without it, water will leak right at the threaded connector. At this point, I run into a difficult problem. A piece of tubing is still pressed very tightly inside the connector. If I try to pull it out with pliers right away, it will be very hard to remove. So I come up with a way to use a torch to heat the outside metal part, helping loosen the old hose section stuck inside. The heat will help the crimp tube expand slightly, making the old piece easier to pull out. After removing the old piece, reshape the metal crimp tube. Make the mouth of the tube round and wide again to prepare for installing the hose. Whenever I start repairing anything, the first thing I usually do is clean all the dirty parts. This step does not take much time, but it helps the reassembly process become more accurate. Looking at this hose, the stainless steel strands are sticking out long and messy, so I need to trim the loose strands. Once the end of the hose is more even, I slide the round metal tube onto the end of the hose, but it is too stiff and very hard to get in. This is the tricky part, because if I force it too hard, the stainless steel mesh can fold over and make the hose end thicker. I think of a way to heat the metal part with the torch when needed to make installation easier. Gentle heat helps the metal expand a little. Heat and rotate the connector at the same time, then push the metal tube in slowly. There is no need to rush. The important thing is to keep the rubber tube inside from shifting out of place. Now, I reinstall the threaded connector. It feels pretty solid now, but for it to handle water pressure, I still have to crimp the outer metal tube tightly. Then I run into a new problem. I do not have a special crimping die for this hose end, so I will try a very simple method. I will cut a nut into 2 halves. These 2 halves can wrap around the crimp tube and create a temporary crimping die. Place the 2 nut halves around the crimp tube. Align them with the exact spot that needs to be tightened. I press it slowly with a vise. Doing it this way helps distribute the force evenly around the hose end. I think it is pretty solid now, but do not forget to reinstall the rubber gasket we removed at the beginning. Place the gasket back into the correct groove inside the threaded connector. That means the repair is finished. But the most important test is still ahead. I will install the hose back under the sink. Use a wrench to tighten it just enough. Now turn the water valve on all the way. Wow, I do not see a single drop of water leaking out. The joint is still holding under water pressure in this test. If you also enjoy videos like this, do not forget to hit like and subscribe so you do not miss the next videos.